Gotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%.
Back down Yo on the Grey Man, gonna be the first to fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there. A triple.
The line used in the back, catching 3 people on top of that, followed up by the APOC and the lurking on, catching 2, but this time on, it's gonna be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruben's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Bulldogs on the backside. The Visual gets thundered and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting struck down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Grey Man.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a long time since we've seen each other. Some of you, I guess, just got here a moment ago, but all wrapped up on that Division E match and had enough time to clip that for later. And now, how could you possibly know? I have no idea, right? Certainly nothing in chat would ever give the indication that, that might be the case. But anyways, so the matchup here. So first of all, this is Channel Point Redemption from Ektar. So thanks for being here consistently and using your channel points for a good cause. But this is a replay cast of a Division A matchup of in-houses. So a mash-up of a variety of different players from different teams coming together just to enjoy the game, and it sounds like enjoy the game they did. So this is going to be I don't know that I'm prepared for this. My voice already tonight has been kind of a little bit off, so we'll see how it goes. But I've heard that this matchup is quite entertaining, and having played a couple of the games before this, knowing that they went all over the place, I can only imagine how this one went. So, listen, that's enough hype from me. This is a Garden of Terror map, and let's just go ahead and hop right on into it. So I have labeled our teams East and West just arbitrarily. It has nothing to do with what teams anybody's on. We have people from West on the East side. We have people from East on the West side. So on the East side, the red team needs the little pop-ups. There we go. The red team, we got Darabo on the Falstad. Stark looks like they're playing that Garrosh. Jaco Schlu on the Cassia. We got Key 1108 on the Uther, and Wipeout gonna be playing the Malthael. And off to the left, we've got Ace on the Vala. Concept is gonna be playing the Hogger. We got Ektar on Lili, Joshua Scott on the other Panda, the Chen, and Dirk on the Diablo. Committing full to the Panda Pals. Now, I hope we get Storm, Earth, and Fire so that we get all of the Pandas all the time. Vala, the only human on the side of the blue team there. Getting a flip onto the Diablo, and that's a quick first blood. Quicker than we've seen so far tonight. A lot of damage going out onto the red team, though, and Vala... I guess Chen's dot actually is the one that killed the Malthael, but we're going to give that credit to Vala. She put in a lot of work to chase down the enemy and get that kill. Hogger trying to get away from the Falstad and Cassia, as the rest of the blue team hanging out in the mid, maybe heading toward bot lane to gather that soak. And checking in these level 1 talents. So no banned Falstad talents. You love to see it. Frequent flyer going into the auto attack talent there. Any other quests? Chen going for the Globe quest. So when he completes this quest, some of his shields stay permanently. But Lili getting flipped by Stark, looking for Ektar. But it turns out Lili, she's super fast. She gets those fast feet. able to get away there just fine. Body check going to be the selection for the Garrosh. So that should help with Lily's Jug of 1,000 Cups. If it's Jug, I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. And it might very well be that Lily goes into Water Dragon. He never wanted this replay to see the light of day. Well, then you picked the right game to have channel points on. Cassia and Garrosh with the Bruiser Camp gonna head up into the top lane, already getting one tower down. That gives a little bit of XP there as both teams now leveling up to 4 here. Garrosh looking for this Vala possibly. Just a moment too late to be able to run in there and grab her. I think body check was used there, possibly. It's hard to tell with body check. Diablo's gonna charge in, flip the Cassia, but Garrosh is gonna throw Diablo right out of there. Does not want anything to do with that. Key, however, versus the Chen, Uther gets, can stun his drinking. A little bit harder for him to actually get a kill, though. Stagger coming up to keep Chen nice and healthy, and then, of course, drinking away with the shield. Make sure that the damage is mitigated pretty much entirely. But up in the top, the full wall is gone there on the side of, of our West team, our left blue team. But blue is going to send that siege camp up into the top and also get themselves the first objective seed of the game. UK is East confirmed. UK? UK. Is there a UK in here? I don't know. Stark is UK. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So Cassia versus the Vala and Lily up in the top. Playing a little safely there. Making sure that she doesn't get picked off potentially by Diablo. Augur going hog wild. Does end that hog wild there. Gets close to the wall. Uther getting the stun, but Garrosh not quite close enough to be able to come in and get that throw. This seed a little bit more neutral. So expect to see a fight over this one coming up here soon. Ah, gotcha, Stark. Well, then it's pretty late for you. 1:15 in the morning, so glad you could make it. Looking for the Garrosh, gets charged, flipped, and yeah, okay. Just walking on out. Augur, however, once again, going hog wild. He's completely unstoppable during that, so Garrosh can't flip him away, and it's just a ton of damage that Garrosh and Malthael had to accept while that was going on. Chen rotating up from the bot lane now, so given how that last fight went, I mean, everybody on the side of East here a little bit low coming into this, and Uther not known for his ability to really heal people up. Speaking of which, Garrosh completely just taken out there. Tough place for him to be with a Diablo. Let's zoom out a bit here as we do get the counter kill onto the Hogger. Cassia making her way away, except Dirk says, "Come here, Jaco, I got you." I don't think Cassia makes it. Definitely does not. Already 3 kills to 2, and I gotta say, with the lack of Mal'Ganis representation, I'm looking for this to be a real time to feed. He sounds lovely right now. Fair enough. All right, Hogger's able to pick this up pretty quickly. So, also of note, I don't know what his Q ability is called. I can look real quick. Let's see, number 3. Staggering Blow. Yeah, I knew that. Anyways, his Staggering Blow doesn't just do additional damage to heroes when they get knocked into a wall. Minions, mercs, all that stuff takes additional damage when it gets knocked into a wall. So, can be really helpful for either clearing waves or, as you saw there, the additional damage that went out onto the siege camp. In the bot lane, though, Malthael not particularly known for his siege ability, but if he's able to move up minion waves, that can certainly allow for that siege value. But our level 10s are here for West, and I lose. It is, in fact, Jug of 1,000 Cups. What kind of meme game is this? Can't have Jug of 1,000 Cups in a meme game. And there's going to be the third objective there. Garrosh going in, looking for the Vala. Use the unstoppable, indomitable there to try to get up there, but just couldn't quite get there. And I think he was trying maybe to bait out the Rain of Vengeance and then walk up and get Vala while she was casting it. So good job to not use that there by Vala, but throw out onto Diablo. Tons of healing, gonna be able to keep Dirk alive even with that last rites coming out. So was a good combo by both sides of that, but ultimately combo A netted out the same value as combo B, so 0 result. But there's the Apocalypse coming in. Diablo's gonna get thrown in. GoT with the whatever Cassia does with her trait, and it is actually Diablo who's going to fall. Derbo with the Mighty Gust gonna get thrown back with that into the fray, throwing him out of the fray and keeping the Falstad alive. Meanwhile, top lane slowly finding its way into the fort graveyard here. And I don't think there's anything that GoT can do about this, but he can at least try to clean up the minion wave so that it doesn't push farther into the keep. Chen taking barrel, so no panic. What? Apparently somebody killed Hogger. They're looking to try to get this kill onto Diablo. A big taunt there. But Garrosh is very low. Another bounce, and he survives. That armor, so good. Which Artosa's voice line did you get when you subbed? What? I missed something. Gotcha. Okay. All right, so I haven't really been looking at what the ultimates are. So what other meme stuff do we have here? And by meme, I mean not what I expected. So we do have Shockwave. So that's I actually like Shockwave as in general as an extra utility. It's not commonly the pick because the Loot Horde does provide a lot of value, especially depending on what other talents you take. We do have our West team looking for a camp invade, going after the Siege Giants here. Oh, I see. It's just the natural progression. Well, you know what? Maybe if you guys would have memed, this would have been less memey of a game. Speaking of which, great unstoppable there. Hand of Protection coming out onto the Cassia, but there was that Shockwave just mentioned a moment ago. Divine Shield coming in to keep Cassia alive. And that's it. Now we're fighting over the front area of our red team wall here. Start with the stun onto Chen. Chen's gonna go ahead and just drink up. Doesn't mind. Minion being thrown back there by the Garrosh, and now Barrel coming in, looking originally I think maybe for Cassia, but with the unstoppable in the throw, it's actually going to be Chen moving away with limited value. Cassia diving in and might get caught here with the Vala, but no, she's able to pull back. Vala falling very low, and the last rites securing the kill. And they're not done. GoT looking for that fend, but it's Chen deep into the red enemy territory. And Falstad's going to get another kill, a double kill here for our red Eastern team. And they're going to work on getting their first objective of this game. They got the first tribute right here, first seed of 3. And there was there's also a siege camp right here. But they're not interested in those things. They've got a siege camp or bruiser camp pushing in the bot lane. So Falstad's going to rotate down and deal with that. Yeah, I actually really like that too, the shorter cooldown setup for that, because Jugs by itself is not an amazing talent. If it gets interrupted, it's just absolute trash, right? If you're on a 70-second cooldown or something like that. So being able to, and you can cancel it yourself. Yeah, which is what you were talking about. Chen coming in does have barrel, but gets taunted, has stagger going, so there's the barrel. Last rites coming in is going to do a lot of damage, but it's not going to kill him. Mighty Gust pushing everybody back. Cassia is kind of isolated from the rest of the team, so she's going to run all the way around. Ace was looking, but couldn't quite find the target there. Bruiser Camp is picked up by our red team, and they're on the chase now. They don't care about the spell armor. They want to find themselves a kill, but blue just too slippery for all of that. And right now, it's our blue team that's got the commanding lead. Bot lane pushed up, top lane, the fort already gone here. The Bruiser Camp making its way for our red team into the wall area, but not quite going to be able to survive long with that clear from blue. And the seed being gathered here. Garrosh trying to zone out as much as possible. You see Joshua Scott trying to come around and maybe get that interrupt. Didn't quite get there. The unstoppable used for Malthael as Beryl just knocking at everybody all over the place here. Stark gets the divine shield. Chen sitting about half health, but he is going to drink away the worst of his problems. Wipeout might be in danger here, but is able to get away, it looks like, because the blue team just not quite in that position that they would need to be able to take that out. Garrosh saying, bring it on. Somebody, come in here. I dare you. And there are the pings calling for the danger. Dirk saying, no. I watched that Trixler video. I'm nobody's fool. 2 seeds up for our red team. So the first one went 3-0 to the blue team. They ended up getting pretty significant port value out of that. It looks like they're going to be able to get this first one here for their second potential objective. They're kind of giving away the positioning here, so they know that the red team's nearby. And Falstad was in the bot lane, so not quite in a position to come up. But level 16's here now, so we get that double stun thanks to the benediction for Uther. Yeah, for sure. And also Plat, Ace, thank you very much. You know, just reminding people that Div A spans quite a breadth of skill levels there. Stark gonna throw the Diablo. He gets cleansed there, has the healing reduction as well from that body check-in. Last Right's coming in, securing the kill. Chen trying to knock everybody away to disrupt. Dives in, is able to get the kill onto the Garrosh, and now Chen with the fortifying brew trying to help out the team. The Mighty Gus is going to push everybody off to the Bruiser Camp, going over to the red team. But Chen is very low, uses the stagger to prevent taking any additional damage, and they're able to get away. That should give now the red team their 3rd seed. In theory, maybe? Does Hogger come in and try to stall this? He's got Shockwave? No, he doesn't have Shockwave. All right, no stall. All right. Jugs used just to keep the team nice and healthy here. Mid lane has the one lonely siege giant to help provide value to this what, Shambler, I think is what these are. Barrel being used there, pushing Cassia into the danger zone, is going to get knocked away. Might actually be able to make it out with that lightning rod. Sorry, that's a false stat thing. With the, anyways, whatever her lightning fury ability, poking out the Diablo, and then of course the instant mount War Traveler, able to get away from the whole team there. I got all kinds of songs that I'm name dropping in stream tonight. Doing what I can, anyways. Oh really? How many are we at? 83. That's starting to hurt already, so I can imagine. I did look at how long this game is, so I do know how long it goes. I did not look at who wins. So, yeah, so we'll see about that, but I do know how long it goes. So red team able to get 2 structures themselves with their siege out of all of this. Evening things up, different lanes, but still 2 to 2. And getting a little bit of damage here onto the keep. Not a lot. Just like one attack. A couple attacks from this minion down here that's by himself. And it looks like our blue team looking to invade up top. Especially with the red team in the bot lane. They can do that pretty safely. Now, top lane is pushed up for them. Or at least there's no... Sorry, it's not pushed up for them. Pushed against them. But they do have, with this Bruiser Camp, they could, in theory, just, like, walk this up to this... Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to go right there. Red team does not get nearly as much value out of whatever they try to push. And as such, they're going to pull back. What do we have? Vala is really the only significant siege value on the side of West here. And they recognize that. So only, what, 20%, 25% of this keep taking damage. With, you know, a slightly different setup on the side of our blue team, they might have been able to take out that keep. There was only the one tower. They had a fairly decent amount of time to do it. They just didn't quite have the damage potential for it. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Falstad's gonna fly in here, so we've got the red team going for the camp invade. So both teams really looking for those camp invades, right? In the same lane, and that top lane is weak on both sides. So any camp value they can get is really valuable, especially when we've got fights over these seeds taking place. I do know about the top lane pressure. Yep. Yep. All right, so neither team gets an objective out of this, so it's not super critical for anybody to fight. And I think that's why we're seeing, you know, teams looking for getting as much XP as they can in the lanes and picking up siege camps. But with that, Blue says, hey, this is our opportunity. Let's come up and grab this. But level 20s are coming up for red team here very, very soon. And there they are. So that should be a free bruiser camp for them. And that should equal out to a free bottom fort as well. And siege camp coming in with this, I mean, that's a lot of pressure potentially. So this could start to get some damage in on the keep. There's still about a third of a level here for the blue team to go. That said, this seed is kind of important now. Red team can't just let blue have it with having 2 seeds already. The lanes are still, I mean, they're pushed out fairly well. This still has a fort, so I mean, I guess if they can trade out for a keep, then it's not as big of a deal, but they definitely don't want to just let it happen. But level 20 is coming up here very soon for West, for our blue team. That is so much look at this pressure. Look at how quickly that wall goes down. Diablo's going to get thrown in, and with the stun, the taunt as well. Barrel coming out is potentially going to save him, not quite, as we get the big divine shield to keep red primarily alive from that apocalypse. Wind tunnel coming in, pushing all of them into the corner there. Ball lightning bouncing for days as Diablo charging in, looking for Daribo, as Concept coming into the backline does get a knockback on the team, kind of splitting them up. Cassia is the one in danger now. Ball lightning continuing on. Hello, resets. Ball lightning is available again. That's how often it, or how long it bounced. Great stun there onto the Garrosh from Hogger. Garrosh looking pretty low here, but he's actually going to get enough healing to stay alive. And this is a horrible place for everybody in the blue team to be. Chen just trying to drink to stay alive. Diablo is going to go crazy as they get the kill onto Garrosh. Now Hogger going to fall. Uther very low, has to be cautious about this as Diablo now looking for the Cassia, flipping her all over the place. And with just Diablo and Lily, okay, here goes. There's Diablo. So there's the last rites. How many stacks of last rites do we have? 4 stacks of last rites. And we see our red team now with just the pandas left. Oh, by the way, there is still the seed, but nobody cares about that seed. Jagoshlu is going to come up and take out the keep. So, okay. Like, are we not winning the game here? I think that's what the rest of the red team's saying. Falstad, are we not winning the game here? And then Falstad comes back. But the pressure's, it's not super great here. Great Divine Shield with the barrel roll. Chen's gonna knock Daribo all over the place now. No core damage yet. It's still at 100% with the shield up. And now with Vala coming up, the damage potential here is huge. Wipeout's gonna get really low. But there's another last rites onto Vala. Another stack for Malthael. Does he come back? Does he have that capability? He does have the ability. We'll see if he chooses to use it, as now the rest of the red team just getting slowed, and Daribo now is going to fall as well. Key trying to get away. Doesn't have any real mana, though. So I think that our blue team may be able to catch up to him. And, oh no, the seed is still up. Blue could easily pick this up, and top lane is gone. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Stark going to get booped back by the barrel there. I think we see Garrosh fall, maybe? Probably? It's so hard to tell. 61 armor there. That's because he's got the Uther in that Uther armor stack. So Garrosh does eventually fall. There are a couple of catapults now up here. This should clear itself out, but it's still going. But now Blue says, hey, by the way, we have 2 of these. Let's get our 3rd one and go win the game. I don't think this is even remotely necessary, but it does help to slow down that bottom lane, you know, pressure that comes out with the catapults and everything. The Seed would have done that anyways, so it's just whatever. Maybe it gives the Seed a little bit more value. But our red team's going to head up here. Falstad just came back up. Malthael will be up in a couple of seconds as well. So they're just missing Garrosh. On the side of Blue, they don't have Vala. And we saw how little siege damage they did before, even with having the Vala. So this, you know, they need a moment to catch up. But with the Seed, here we go. Looking for the core. Garrosh is not here yet. Wind Tunnel is going to push the Diablo and everybody else back. So the Shambler is going to get taken out. Still no core damage on either side. Garrosh still a moment away, so we're seeing our blue team pull away. Because without that Shambler, they no longer have the ability to really push in on that core. Chen's going to get stunned by the Garrosh. Malthael getting his... throwing a little shade out there onto the Vala. Shambler dropping its pod. And that's taken out very quickly. But this second one looks like it should fall pretty quickly as well. So bot lane is a little bit in danger. And so the blue team pressure could keep the red team busy here. So this could lead to 2 or maybe even 3 keeps if blue keeps everybody busy. But we do see Falstad heading down to try to make sure that that doesn't happen. And with no minions, it's a little bit harder for our blue team to make their way in, especially with that Garrosh right up in front. You can't just have a Chen move up and tank shots from the keep. So instead of potentially being 2 keeps, they get none. Diablo looking for the Garrosh, but ball lightning's going out there. We get the big divine shield. The wind tunnel's going to come out and secure that kill onto the Hogger. Joshua Scott jumping over the Garrosh. We see that benediction coming out from Uther, so he's looking for the stun. Does get the damage out onto the Diablo. He'll be back soon and start with the kill. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Cassia actually with that kill. Not sure if the stun landed or not, but now Ektar falling low with the boomerang coming in from Darabo. As Falstad's going to fly back. 3 catapults here. Does turn into core damage. So has to clear that up, but should have the fly. And now it's Diablo and Vala on the defense here. Gets the stun onto Diablo. Have to be careful about that polymorph, of course. Big taunt onto Diablo. That's huge for them. And that's a full death timer for Diablo. However, Malthael taken out by the Vala. No one can stop death. He'll be right back, but Cassia taken out now as well. And Key having to run away from the Vala with the 20 spell armor. I mean, Garrosh and Uther probably could take her out if they could get to her, but there are minions there. Key getting thrown in, gets killed by the Vala, and now there's nothing for him to get to. Wait, does body check go up to 75? Holy crap. Yeah, so, okay, 75% healing reduction there, thanks to that level 20 and the additional charge as well. Alrighty, so we've got now a bruiser camp. No Uther, no Cassia, no Diablo. Wind Tunnel's going to come out. Oh, and the Warlord's Challenge just missed there. A little bit of anti-synergy as now Chen trying to knock Wipeout into the corner. As we see Malthael following. But no, the seed doesn't mean anything at this point. Precisely 0, because nobody at this point is likely to get 3 more, right? We've already had both teams get full, and I think 2 for the blue team. Stark now trying to just pull the blue team away at this point. That said, pressure in the bot lane coming in favor of the red team. Do we have anybody going back to clear that? It's not. It doesn't look like it. It looks like they instead want to try to go for core as Hogger spins in, falling very low, taking damage from the keep. Minus 20 armor, and that's going to be a dead Hogger. Maybe in about a minute he can come back and clear that core, which is actually pretty clear now. Ball Lightning is continuing, and it's bouncing all over the place, shortening that cooldown. There's another Ball Lightning available. And Wind Tunnel pushing the team back, but the barrel is going to keep Chen just fine for a moment. He gets pushed back. Cassie getting another kill onto the Diablo on that Cassia stack counter. Holy moly, 156 on the counter for Cassia, as now Chen getting caught, stunned, and Cassie with that flash of light there, which I can't remember the name of. I'm going to check it right now. Surge of Light. 73 stacks there for Falstad. So that's a lot of extra auto attack damage as well. 6 stacks there on the last rights, 30 souls for Diablo. So it's going to be a little bit for him to return. That seed, by the way, still here. And it looks like, once again, we've got the core call, but we don't have the rest of the team here. So this is really just open poking. Augur is back, does have the shockwave. So between him and Vala, that's the potential for some pretty good stun opportunity. So this could be a good stall here. Garrosh throws the Hogger into place, and the Wind Tunnel once again pushing back the Hogger away from the Garrosh. So just trying to go for the core. 50% now on the core, falling fairly quickly, but Malthael's gonna fall. Dirk trying to stay on the back line, gets the shove onto the Falstad. Apocalypse coming out with a big stun. Uther now falling as well, and it's 4, make it 5 heroes dead on the red side, and with everybody but Chen. That was 5 heroes, right? That had to be no one can stop death. Let's actually check on that. Yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah, so he had to use that. Our blue team is making the way, but again, keep in mind, we've already talked about this. This might not be the end of the game, because I can't remember where it cuts off timing-wise. They just have the Vala. Like, nobody else does any significant damage to this core. And right here, polymorph, right? If somehow Malthael catches anybody in that polymorph, he could actually potentially kill somebody. Hogger's not here yet, so Vala, they are going to get the shielding down. Is this the end? I don't know. Wipeout is going to try for sure. Here comes Hogger. He's going to clear out the minion wave. 50% on the core. It looks like it probably is. Uther's still dead. Falstad's... Oh, no. Can they get the Wind Tunnel? Is the Wind Tunnel enough to save this? No way, right? No. Okay. Holy cow. Wow, that was crazy. Just end the game. Exactly. Oh my goodness. The kill count was very, very even there. The damage, though, check it out. 148k from Cassia. Jacob Schlu there, really coming in hot on that. The top XP, Falstad doing a lot of work on the red team there. But 162 stacks, 76 for the Falstad. Those Qs had to just be doing tons of damage. 5 failed core pushes. That's insane. He was like at least 69 though. Fair enough. I mean, I get it. That was a tough. That looked like a tough matchup. I can only imagine. Again, given the games that we played earlier in the night, which I was only there for 2. But given the games we played earlier in the night, first of all, let me say it doesn't surprise me that game went that way, because there was a lot of back and forth in those games, and really, I mean, it's really fun to see how evenly matched a lot of the games were. I didn't play in all of them, but I watched several, so it's really cool to see that. So thanks again, Ektar, for bringing that up. Make sure that once I'll post the VOD, and you can just @key 100 times or so every time. So that's gonna be it for me tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find us a raid target. I'm pretty sure I know where we're gonna go, but I just want to take a look and see who's out there, see if we've got anything else that I should be potentially looking at. What do we got? Oh my god, a lot of people. In many ways, I want to raid over to one of the musicians that I've been listening to, but there's definitely some hero stuff going on. So I'm gonna send you guys over to some hero stuff That being said, I'm gonna plug Twitch Music because Twitch Music has been really awesome lately. If you, depending on what kind of music you like to listen to, there's a pretty wide variety. So I highly recommend checking it out. There are a lot of, since the pandemic started, it's been about a year, obviously, right? And so a lot of these musicians now are getting to a year or close to a year of being on Twitch as basically just their thing, whether they were people who did, music, some of them out, street performers, some of them are actual like band frontliners. Really fantastic music. Check it out, please. Just if you want some recommendations, depending on what you like, I might be able to give you something. But thanks everybody for being here tonight, and I'm gonna go ahead and raid over to Jazzy for the Girls Gang Squad for some more Heroes of the Storm stuff, because it looks like they're probably in game number 2 or 3 here. So we'll get you over to them. All right, guys, I'm out.